relationship where we find the key, provide some security. Why don't we look around and be forward bound? Come with me, let's try to answer all the questions that we have. Express it all with total candor. Make you cry or make you laugh. Do you think I'm trying to buy you? Bragging about material things. No, I never would deny you as the queen who makes you king. What's the deal about you, baby? What's the real about me, baby? What's the deal about you, baby? What's the real about me, baby? What's the deal about you, baby? What's the real about? Who will make the first move? What is there to prove? What are we willing to give to a relationship where we find the key, provide some security? Why don't we look around and be forward bound? Let's get together for the answers to all the questions in our minds. Let's be know and understanders of where we are in space and time. Can we tell just what we're doing? If we take the time, can we be really sure? Building up or bound to ruin? What destiny has for us in store? What's the deal about you, baby? What's the real about me, baby? What's the deal about you, baby? What's the real about me, baby? What's the deal about you, baby? What's the real about? Can I have a talk with you and have it all in view? I need living really deep. We have to reach every day. Share a home and be. And not do it all, do I another chance on another day? We make it all and not be lost. We go through this. I would never say don't give a try and be satisfied.
Welcome those of you who decided to join me 14 minutes in here to this video. This is Geechee here, and I've always longed thought that I wanted to do a live stream, and the live stream is really, as the um, subject says, a recap of 2025. So if there's anybody out there, if you have anything you want to share about how 2025 was for you, feel free to put in your comments. And thank you, Neil Davis. Thank you, Neil. Oh, no. It took me a while to get the audio, but apparently I'm coming in clear now. Yeah, the topic is a recap of 2025. And generally, I can say that in case you have no knowledge of me, this is Geechee Lion's Journey. I've been vlogging since 2023. I started vlogging, I believe, around May 2023. So it's been about 2.5 years. And I am retiree, 66 years old, and I am now residing in the Philippines, in Davao City. I'm a native Chicagoan, grew up, born, and raised in Chicago, spent most all my life there, except for a couple of years where I went to boarding school in Andover, Massachusetts. Other than that, I spent all the rest of that time, over that 66 years, in Chicago. I'm a retiree staying here in Davao City. So what I want to do is kind of recap 2025. I just came from an extended vacation back to America. I was in America about 3.5 months, so that's quite a long time. So about three months in Chicago, in America, and 9 months here in the Philippines. And this is a year-end recap. So let me just talk about some things. Hey, Michael, Beat Your Life. Yeah, stopping by, drop a life. Hey, yeah, hopefully I enlighten you a little bit. Look forward to maybe checking in with me tomorrow. Let me give you a program note. I'm planning my first live karaoke show tomorrow in Davao City. Tomorrow evening, I don't know exactly what time. I've made an arrangement with a private club owner here, and I'm going to be setting up a live karaoke over there. Probably be performing maybe about an hour or so. And it's possible that you're going to be able to hear some other live music as well, because the person who owns the venue, he's a professional musician and an American retiree, Filipino, may I add. So he's graciously allowing me to do a live karaoke program in his club. So I'm going to be doing that on my sister or brother channel, which is Geechee Line Music Radio, which is my new channel, dedicated strictly to music, my original music, karaoke. I'm going to be doing some music history, music perspectives of the music industry then and now, and also featuring live performances, that some of which I've been able to record from other bands. So that's all going to be on Geechee Line Music Radio. That's my other channel. So I invite you all tonight to stop by there and subscribe and share the channel. It's going to be a dynamite channel. It's going to be, again, karaoke every week. Is going to be live concerts, documentaries, all that's going to be happening on Geechee Line Music Radio. Beginning of the year, I was in Davao City. Of course, I moved here. I actually moved here officially September of 2024. I actually came back here and got a place. I'm actually staying in my place now. I have retired and I'm here, and I've set up shop here. My music business, my music activities, everything now that I'm here is based here in the Philippines, in Davao City. And I would say at the beginning of the year, like I say, I had to kind of get acclimated. Thanks, Michael. I had to get acclimated to being in the Philippines in another city. Of course, last year I spent most of the year, 6 months. I had an apartment in San Carlos City, which is a smaller city. It's almost like a provincial city, but it's a city, but it's very small. I almost want to call it a one-horse town, but yeah. So quite an adjustment moving there to Davao City, which is the largest city in the Philippines based on square meters or square kilometers of area. Manila is the largest city in the Philippines in terms of populations, whereas Davao is the largest in terms of geography. So, and like I say, I came here and I've now been in Davao for over a solid year, so I can really talk about the acclimations that I had to do. I had to get used to the transportation system. They have jeepneys here, relatively expensive. Most jeepney rides can get you all the way on the other side of town for less than an hour, less than $1, and just about anywhere in Davao City, if it's not rush hour, you can get to one side of the city to the other in less than an hour. And even from where I am, I'm not staying downtown right now as I did when I first came here. I'm staying out, I would say, in the outskirts. This is a neighborhood, if you will. They call it barangays here, uh, near Mental. And I got to look at a map. I don't know if you consider this to be west of downtown or what. But I took the first 6 months here, really getting used to the transportation, getting used to knowing how to get to the malls, how to navigate the malls, how to navigate the grocery stores, locating the fresh open air markets where you could get fresh vegetables and fruits, freshly caught fish. It can also be had also the grocery stores here. There's a few grocery stores here that usually are pretty well stocked. Now, I will tell you that most of the things that they stock is not like what you would find in America. And that's the only other place I've really been to be shopping that I could compare it to. There's a lot of things that I'm used to being able to go buy in America that are not available here. There's certain, most notably, um, I like the malto meal and cream of wheat. That's not here. The cream of wheat that I did see, I think, was the instant packets, which I don't like. I like the quick cook. I have not seen that here. Also, I noticed they don't sell Fritos here. I guess because it would be too much in competition with the local brand here. But Fritos, from what they're far superior taste wise than what I found here. As far as that go. Also, some of the other specialty items that you would find in America, they do not have here. They just do not sell it. The breads are different. Of course, there's a lot of bakeries here. High concentration of bakeries here, where I would imagine most people buy their bread from bakeries, which I think that on its face is a good thing. The question is what ingredients are they using to bake this bread? Um, I know that for over 50 years, I've been quite a label reader, so I'm gonna be very particular about the ingredients in my food, and even more so now because I've gotten more advanced in age and have other health challenges that I may not have had to this extent when I was younger. So one thing that I can say for 2025 is I'm paying much more attention to my health much more attention to what I put in my body, what I put on my body, what I use in the house. That means clothes washing, dishwashing, wall, floor washing, you name it. I'm paying more attention to those things, reading labels, and again, trying to use the items that I think have the better, less toxic or non-toxic ingredients. Um, so that would be a major thing that I would say I got and can take away from 2025, and I would, hope, not hope. I mean, you do what you want to. You're a grown man or whatever, but I just think it's a good idea, especially when you get up in the age bracket that I'm in, and then most of the listeners are in, to take note of what you're consuming as far as physically as well as spiritually and emotionally. What type of TV programs are you watching? What type of YouTube or TikTok or whatever it is that you're consuming? Netflix, whatever. Not necessarily that I'm trying to advertise them, but just give you an example to just, I know I am taking very much a note of what I'm consuming, again, physically, and what I'm watching. Now, one thing, now, because I've been such a content creator, I'm paying a lot more attention to what I'm doing. Now, there have been some times over the past year that I kind of checked out. I didn't really do much in the area of vlogs. I went sometime I'd go days in a week or longer without doing any vlog, upload anything. Um, a lot of that it was because I didn't feel like I had anything worthwhile to say, or there was nothing that I thought I could say or release that I felt, a certain spirit or enthusiasm for sharing. So I did. Now, this 2026, much different. I'm going to be active. I'm already actively participating in two channels, especially the new channel, which is the music channel. I'm preparing. If you go over there now, or even now later, go to my other channel and subscribe to Geechee Line Music Radio, and you're gonna find that I've already started to upload several hours of karaoke videos. I just put a segment there of Geechee Line Music Legacy that there's a song that I wrote for and dedicated to Dionne Warwick. So I just uploaded a segment on that. That's going to be a regular series, Geechee Line Music Legacy. So one thing, even on this current channel that you're watching now, Geechee Line Journey, I have about 12 or 13 episodes of Geechee Line Music Legacy. I'm going to be migrating those over to the other channel. Most all my music content is going to be on the other channel, Geechee Line Music Radio. Go over there and subscribe. Only got maybe about 30 subscribers now, but hopefully, by the time this month is over, that I have a solid 100 subscribers, and I'm going to be looking for subscribers within the Philippines as well as America and other places. And I think I know it's going to be high quality content again, doing the live karaoke performances starting tomorrow. I don't know the exact time it'll be. I'm going to say it's going to be sometime between 6 p.m. and 9 p.m. tomorrow, Philippine time. So you have to convert that to where you are. Most places in America are going to be 14, 13, 14, 15, or 16 hours behind Filipino time. So if you want to just make yourself a note, But what you can do is when you go over there and subscribe, hit the notification bell. That way the notification will come on your phone or on your laptop when I'm getting ready to go live or when I'm uploading something. Make sure you do that. Again, I already have karaoke. That's going to be your channel. If you enjoy music, the subject of music, as well as music you can listen to, you will enjoy that particular channel. So the other thing I've gotten used to here, and I'm planning on doing this segment just dedicated to I'm going to do a detailed comparison, as detailed as I can, between Chicago, where I'm from and stayed for over 60 years, and Davao City, where I've only been here maybe about 15 months. And I'm going to be comparing the different aspects of the city. I think there are some similarities. I'm going to look into it a little further, but I almost want to call Davao City the equivalent of Chicago. I would say Davao City is like the Chicago of the Philippines. It's like Manila is probably considered the New York City of the Philippines. I don't particularly care for New York City. I have not been there in over 50 years since I set foot in New York City. I actually don't care if I never go there. That's why I'm not really so gung-ho about going to Manila. But I do intend to go visit there. I have a couple of people there that I met. I know my other fellow vlogger, Lil F. Tate, is there with her husband, Frank. He's from Chicago. So I'm looking to possibly visit them if I go to Manila. But another thing I want to say on this subject of recapping 2025 is a mind shift, attitude shift personally of how I approach people, certain kinds of people. I'm responding to them differently and thoughtfully based on the way they come across. I'm not going to have any tolerance for bullshit. I'm not going to have any tolerance for toxicity and just other things like that is going to disturb my spirit and me trying to have the best life I can at this point. I'm going to be responding quite differently to that. And I intend to be gravitating toward those who give me positive reinforcement, positive attitude, positive impact on my spirit and my morale and all of that. That's going to happen. And certain other things annoyances that may have occurred and may occur are not going to annoy me that much. I'm not going to get tripped out over money because my attitude right now is that if it's something I really need, I have enough money to get it through my Social Security. And if something comes up where I need to have a lot more injection of income, I believe that I've already made enough music that if I just, when I market this music properly to the right audience, I can get as many thousands or millions of dollars as I desire just from the songs, the music that I've already written. I truly believe that, and you all are going to, those of you who care, those of you who give a damn, look out for at least one new release of some music every month, starting with the month of January. So look out for my first release in this month. I may even say, I almost want to say 2 releases per month. I have enough material to do that. But I'm just right now starting out saying, hey, let me just release one new release per month. So look out. I haven't decided yet the order in which I'm going to release singles, or I'm not sold on what songs I want to release as singles. I'm going to make that decision. I'm taking quite a bit of time myself on a daily basis. I'm on my cell phone, I'm on my laptop, and I'm trying to figure out this music business for myself. I'm in the music creation. Matter of fact, I had a live studio session with a guitarist named Han Jun. He's from South Korea. So you're going to be hearing Han Jun on a few of my songs that I'm intending to release. Also have been working. That's another thing that I can say about 2025 is around the end of August, I began again working with international musicians and vocalists and musicians from the UK, Ukraine, Brazil, Nashville, Tennessee, of course, South Korea. I just mentioned that. From France, other places. I've been working with these musicians, and you're going to hear them on some of my newly released music that's coming up. So I do play some keyboard myself, and I sing, and I do program some beats on some of my releases. But you're also going to hear the contribution of guitar and keyboard and drums, bass, and also male vocals and female vocalists, especially that I've been working with. So look forward to that. Look forward to hearing something new every week. Every week. Yeah, yes, Link is live. It's live right now, Link. It is live, Link. And thanks for coming back. And I see you. You are a subscriber, and hopefully, Link, that you have the notification bell. Click the notification bell. Everybody else. And Neil, yeah, you're talking about, am I doing R&B, rock, funk, soul? Thanks, Neil, for engaging with me. And Neil is asking me, so what are you doing? R&B, rock, funk, soul? What is your style of music? My style of music is all of that. I would say primarily I'm a soul man. I'm a soul man based in Chicago and based also in Memphis, Tennessee. I'm a great devotee and admirer of the Stax sound out of Memphis, as well as the Chicago sound with Curtis Mayfield, Jerry Butler, Major Lance. Also, I'm into the Philadelphia with Gamble and Huff. That includes Blue Magic, the Stylistics, the Delphonics, people like that. And also, of course, Motown. My mentor is Marvin Gaye, of course. So I'm very heavy on Marvin Gaye. Really like Smokey Robinson. Think he's one of the best writers ever. He should be set for life if he didn't sign away all his publishing. That's another subject which I'm going to be getting into some of my music discussions of the music business and things like that. But yeah, definitely I'm an R&B man. I'm a blues man. You're going to hear some blues. You're going to hear a little taste of rock. You're going to hear some funk. You're definitely going to hear some soul. I've done some country gospel. Got some reggae coming. So it's coming. Look at disco. It's coming. So jazz, like Al Jarreau, rest in power for him. Yeah. So you're gonna hear all of that. And you're gonna hear, and I'm not just talking shit, you're gonna be able to hear and get in touch with my soul and my artistry and my appreciation of music, because it's going to be reflected in the music that I'm not only doing karaoke, but my original tunes, which you will hear. Link, you said we have a lot in common. I also record music. Are you a musician, Link? Are you a musician? Do you write music? Have you recorded anything? You can put it in the chat. Man, when is the right time? We must connect. We connecting right now. And I have WhatsApp. I've talked to you before, and I'd be glad to share. I don't care. My WhatsApp with you, with anybody here. Let me see my dog on WhatsApp. I'm gonna put it on the screen right now. Okay, let me put it right here. Feel free, anybody, if you want to. Here we go. Yeah, that's my WhatsApp. What are you talking about, clickbait? Ain't no clickbait. That's one of my models. That's another thing about my company. I actually have Filipino models that work for my company. The most famous of which is Labi Anko. Shout out to her, my main Filipino model. She's a Filipino. She's married to an Australian, and she is currently residing in Australia. But she's my only one of my official models. So a lot of my artwork that you're going to see, LaB is my model for that. Here's my WhatsApp, y'all, in case y'all want to use it. You can text. Easy to do that. And then if I'm free to talk, we can talk with a video or audio chat. But also, I consider Ging to be one of my models. She used to be a heavy vlogger here maybe 2 or 3 years ago. That was when she was going with the white dude. What's his name? Geo. She was going with Geo, and then they broke up, and then she kind of fell out after that. But I hired her for one of my music videos, Hung Up on My Baby. Go check that out. I'm also in negotiations with her about maybe appearing on some future videos that I have working on also. So I intend on releasing probably this month on my channel, which is Geechee Line Music Radio. Again, you all go there and subscribe and hit the notification bell, share the channel. Those of you who may have your 5 or 10 people in your Facebook or Instagram or TikTok, share it with them. Not going to hurt you. Doesn't cost you anything. One thing I would ask, though, those of you, I'm telling you, I'm going to have some material that's worthy for you to pay $5, $10 a month to support. So you look at the scroll on the bottom of the screen. I have my own music streaming service, Geechee Line Music Radio. Weekly and monthly subscriptions start at $5. Go to www.geecheelinemusic.com/sign in and sign up for at least a $5 weekly trial of my streaming service. My streaming service features my hours of my original music that I wrote. Also, I have some music there by my cousins, Gerard Rayborn, who's a professional blues musician. I also have a cousin, Anthony Carter. I have some of his music there. I also have some music from Gale Force. He's a man from Texas. I got to know him when I spent 6 months in San Carlos City. He's a minister. He was also a musician. And I put some of his music on my channel. So I'm already in the Philippines. I'm in Davao City right now. I stay here. This is my house that I'm in. And all right, what you mean? I'm already talking about branch out over there with my radio station. I'm broadcasting to you right now from my Davao City radio headquarters. I am in the building right now. So I'm back here. Do plan on doing some traveling within the city. I didn't really go anywhere last year. That's another thing that's going to change, I could say, about 2025. I spent the whole year in Davao City. I didn't go anywhere. This year, 2026, I plan on going back to Manila, Cebu, Tacloban, Iloilo, San Carlos City, Baguio, what'd you call this? You name it. Palawan, Siquijor, Bohol, all that is coming up this year. So let me do this right now. I'm going to give you a little bit. My question would be G likes. G likes. I don't know what that means. Has my music been mastered? Yes. I have professional. Shout out to my engineer, DeAndre Barnes from 35th Street Music Studios in Chicago. Also, have professional production in Nashville, Tennessee. I've done a couple of things from there with Adam, guy named Adam Knight in Nashville, Tennessee, professional. Also, my music has been mastered with James Jackson, who produced my first 2 albums, and also Memphis Prince, Darrell Hagen, which he produced my last Imperial Brown album, which is Memphis Prince. So yeah, my stuff has been mastered. Absolutely. Yeah, I just flew back. I've been back about 3 weeks ago. And I was in Austin, Texas. That's right. I left Austin, Texas, December 3rd. I was there visiting my daughter, my only daughter. She just graduated from her program there in Austin, Texas. So I was glad to see her. Hey, Lily. Yeah, hold on with me, Lily. Don't go anywhere. No, I'm in Davao City. How was I going to see y'all in Manila if I was in Chicago? So I'm looking to see y'all pretty soon. But let me do this right now. I'm going to treat you all to one of my original tunes right here. And I'm going to go ahead and play this properly. And this is one of my theme songs. And it's called All the Questions. I'm going to let you hear some of this while I take a little break and get my power back on.
Make you cry or make you laugh.
All the questions.
You wanna know why I came here? What are we really searching for? Are there any games being played here? What's behind our secret door? Baby, what's the real about me, baby? What's the deal about you, baby? What's the real about me, baby? What's the deal about you, baby? What's the real about who will make the first move? What is there to prove? What are we willing to give to a relationship? Find the key, provide some security. Why don't we look around and be forward bound? Come with me, let's try to answer all the questions that we have. Express it all with total you. As the queen who makes you king. What's the deal about you, baby? What's the real about me, baby? What's the deal about you, baby? What's the real about me, baby? What's the deal about you, baby? What's the real about who will make the first move? What is there to prove? Why? What are we willing to give to a relationship? Will we find a key? Provide some security? Why don't we look around me and be foreign?
Giving y'all a little bit of taste of all the questions. The young lady that you heard singing there, her name is Marta Garrett. And our producer had her on about 7 of my songs that I've recorded. She's been on. So I have enough for an album. I'm going to be probably releasing a song from Marta Garrett at least once a month. You're going to see that. Thank you. This song has great potential. Yeah, well, it's out. I mean, that's the master version. Now, I released a version of this with me singing on my album Ministry. Of course, as you know, Ministry is the album that was inspired by Filipina P. And the song on there, I sang it, and it's called All the Questions. And it's basically talking about not only, interviewing somebody, but also checking out a person, asking them questions, getting to know them, interviewing them, to be your lover, to be your somebody you want to deal with. So that's what All the Questions is about. If you could pick that up if you were listening to the lyrics. I can move my equipment over with LBC and not have to worry about any tax payment. Well, as far as equipment goes, here's my mic. I think probably carried this mic in my luggage. Now, as far as equipment, my laptops are here where I do most of my in-house music production. Of course, when I get to the major stuff, I am working with professional studios in America, and I also have already worked with professional studio right here in Davao City. So I already have that set up as well. And then as far as gear, I'm intending to actually buy another keyboard. I thought about shipping a keyboard here, but I said, you know what, that $125 or $200 that I would spend, I might as well just buy me another computer. So that's what I'm planning on doing. Lily used to have live stream. No, she ain't stopped. She's still doing a live stream. She's done it recently. And now Lily, the only reason why I missed hers because I might have been in the middle of working on my vlogs, and by the time I got through working on preparing for my karaoke show, I think she was done. But it was my intention for me to join her. But yeah, if you shipping something, I mean, hey, they got the stuff. They have the facility to ship stuff, but I mean, if you got that type of money, fine. You just getting a good subject. Yeah, sometimes you gotta be in the mood or something gotta really spiritually hit you and not just go on randomly doing live streams. That's why I haven't been, as far as live streams, I rarely ever do a live stream. Now I do I have been pretty reliable on releasing videos, but not a whole lot. I'm not doing, let's say it like this, I'm not doing as much as Calvin. You know, Calvin is doing something almost every day. I'm not trying to be like Calvin. I'm not trying to produce that type of volume. I don't think really at this point I'm not interested. But I tell you what, I am quite excited. Yeah, what do you mean? You believe Lily is no longer in the Philippines? Yeah, she's here. What you talking about? Uh, they won't let her out of the Philippines. You must not have not been following Lily to say that. You know how many times Frank tried to take her back to Chicago, even after marrying her, and she can't get a visa? Oh, yeah. So LBC, like I say, y'all got that. Y'all got that shipping. Like I said, not me. Well, shipping I've been doing is ballot buying. I have been doing some ballot buying. I found a good company called Forex, and their large standard ballot buying boxes, $125 each. I plan on doing a vlog and featuring them, a little video of them, picking up my ballot buying. The ballot buying boxes take anywhere from 2 to 3 months, they say, to deliver $125 each. So while I was in Chicago, I think I want to say I shipped 4. 3 I'm sure of that I shipped. And realistically, I'm not looking for them to get here until February. Okay, then I may get that first one. But yeah, no, they ain't never. I don't know what you talking about, Link. Lily ain't. They won't even let her in the United States. I mean, golly, huh? I don't even know where you got that. Where's your mind? What are you doing? Listen, y'all. Another thing. I ain't good dealing with no crazy stuff. I ain't dealing with nobody that's playing crazy or actually crazy. I mean, I've seen some people say some stuff and ask some stuff for some of these vloggers that's like, hey, I mean, where have you been? Well, I mean, how did you even formulate that in your mind to even say that and ask? Come on now. Anyway, but yeah, I know Lily. I mean, I know Frank. Would love me to take Lily back to Chicago and kind of show her off because as fine as she is, let these women know in Chicago say, hey, look what I got. But still have ties there, and I do. And I plan on at least going back to Chicago that once a year. Now, do I plan on staying there for 3.5 months like I did last year? Hell no. Now, recapping the 3.5 months that I talked about, Davao City, getting used to the transportation, getting used to where the stores are, getting used to where the services are, dealing with the utilities, dealing with paying bills, dealing with service, getting my hair cut, getting my hair colored, nails done, massage, things like that. I did a lot of that in Davao City last year, getting used to the city. And I'm even still now exploring the city and getting to know it. Like I said, I see some similarities to me, some between here and Chicago. And I believe this year I'm pretty much going to know Davao City as well as I do Chicago. Yeah. So it's like this, Link, and that's like anybody, and I tell you out there that may be listening to me. If you have an idea for a subject, please email me GeecheeLionsJourney@gmail.com. I want some topics. If you all give me some topics, I'll be glad to deal with them. That give me something, to chew on, and some, I'm gonna have plenty on my own, but I like to deal with a subject that comes up organically within the audience and those who care about my channel enough to tune in, like you, Link. I appreciate it. But that's what it is. Yeah, 2 to 3 months. That's what they're telling me with the ballot buying. So I shipped something in November, and they just told me straight up February. So that's 3 months, which means if I ship something in September, I should be getting it. I should be getting it this month. Okay, I know a lot is going on. I understand. Step away from YouTube. I got you. But by definition, if you stepped away, you are out of the loop. You can say you were not voluntarily out of the loop. Shit happened and you got out of the loop, but you was out of the loop. Okay. You can bring boxes. Yes, Neil, you can bring. I've seen them. You can bring boxes with you on the airplane. Now, the thing about that is they're not gonna let you do it for free. Okay. Depending on who you fly with, they have a luggage limit. If you go over that, then you're going to be paying $100, $200 per bag, per box. Now, depending on what you want to bring, maybe that's cool. One thing about it, if you pay that $200 or whatever, you have your stuff there with you right away, and you're not waiting 3 months for your body. Bang! You know what I'm saying? Is theft an issue? Well, it's thieves everywhere. I want to say that I don't know. That's my answer. I don't know. That's another thing. If I don't know the answer to a question, I'm just going to say I don't know. Now, you can accept that or not. If I don't know the answer, I'm going to just say I don't know. That's what people should do. I try not to have anything of great value in a check bag. Mostly my more pricey stuff like the electronics, they're all on my carry-on. I do not check no electronics. I did not check my laptops. Like I said, it's microphone, stuff like that. Some of that stuff I did ship ballot buying. But I'm not doing that. Yeah, Neil, I guess if you're with the right company, I mean, they should have enough care where you should be able to ship your stuff, as a rule. But there's always going to be exceptions and occasional. How long you been there? I guess you may be talking to Neil. I told you I've been in the Philippines for 2 years. I've been here since September 2023. First time I stayed like 10 months. Went back to Chicago, stayed for 2 months, and then came back to Davao and stayed a year, almost 1 year. Then I went back to Chicago for 3.5 months. And now for the last 3 since December 10th, December 12th, I'm back in the Philippines. Okay, rolling. It's a rolling keyboard. I had a rolling keyboard. I had a Juno 106. I sold it. Matter of fact, I had 3 keyboards. As soon as I put them on the market, they were sold within less than 7 days. People snapped it up. My first one I sold, I had a vintage Yamaha CS60, which is notable because at the time when I got the CS60, Stevie Wonder was playing the CS80. I sold that like instantly. As soon as I listed it, somebody bought it. Business said depends how you fly business class. Yeah. You authorize, 2 boxes in place of your luggage, not in additional, which you can do it additional if they have the room, but you're going to pay. You're going to pay. Check it out. Yeah. Oh, topics for lying, which me. Experience while deciding to be single or seeking a spiritual wife, and is it possible? What do you mean by a spiritual wife? You mean a someone who is a soul mate or someone who is spiritually compatible? Is that what you mean, a spiritual wife? As opposed to what other type of wife is there, and is it possible? Yeah, I may take that one up. The value of Harana and if it should return to secure Philippine generation. Let me just give you a note on Harana. Harana is what I did very extensively with Filipina P. When I produced that album, that was a big Harana. On her birthday 3 years ago, I produced karaoke. I did 6 videos that I sang and serenaded P, Sweet P, for her birthday. Matter of fact, that's how I first got to meet P. She was somebody who really wasn't on Facebook, but for whatever reason, she decided to go on Facebook around her birthday, and I started chatting her then, and that began the process of that few months where I ultimately fell in love with that woman. And then before I could really let her know that, she let me know that she had a boyfriend and that she was taken. And that devastated me spiritually. Matter of fact, that devastated me more than a cancer diagnosis. That's how much that hurt me when she told me that she had a boyfriend. Because I was hung up on her like no one else. And I can probably tell you, I'll probably never be hung up on another woman like I was hung up on her. I do not think that's gonna happen. Now, meet me some nice women over here that I may like, and deal with over here and enjoy their company and share exchange of hearts, if you will, exchange of love, exchange of positive energies and all that. But am I gonna fall in love and be that big a fool like I was? That ain't gonna happen. Yeah, but if you look at some of my videos, yes, I've done Harana to who else? Wang was another person I did some Harana to a certain degree. Sharon Lapu Lapu, of course, she's not Sharon Lapu Lapu now. You could say that was Harana, but the main Harana was definitely Filipina P. Yeah. Can a Western man truly trust local women with great potential? Or is it best to say single and not touch them? Well, your mileage may vary. I mean, the local women are going to vary just as they did in America. I can just off the cuff tell you that the quality of women that I've been exposed to in the Philippines are miles and light years ahead of those in America. I have no desire. I have no regard for American women. They are dead to me. I consider them a lot of old hags and witches. I was not treated well. I was not treated well by the female population there in America for 60 years. No. Filipinas got it though. Filipinas got that magic. And I'm saying this from the limited experience I've had with them. I was exposed to Filipinas when I started working in the healthcare industry there, and one of them is still my great friend till today. But man, ain't nothing like a Filipino. America, get the fuck out of my face.